I was thinking about the idea of gun control and the issues that keep us up at night. We know what we're talking about. And it's a thing, because it scares people, because that's a bad thing when people go in and shoot each other for no good reason. Well, let's read the Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, I had to fact-check myself on this, and because I kind of knew what was going on, but it wasn't until 1789 when then President Washington said, hey, we need some sort of federally funded army of 800 men. 800 men to guard all the United States because, basically it was like not a thing. They figured they fought their war and it was done. So the idea of a well-regulated militia was that only in times of war shall we bring up soldiers. And these soldiers would be men of a certain fighting age, probably from 16 to 45 maybe, whatever it was. And then they would get out their arms and they'd go do that and they'd defend whatever, and fight whatever war they had to fight. And that was the idea of the time. But now we have a modern society where, we're cranking out guns by the boatload, and there's so many guns out there. That's the thing. There's so many guns out there. But we have to maintain the constitutionality of our principles. These people have, a lot of these people are just good old-fashioned people that just love to go out there and have a day at the range or go pass on the tradition of hunting, because I'm a Wisconsin boy, man. You ever seen them deer, man? And you gotta thin them bad boys out, man. Otherwise, they will be a nuisance. So, and plus, it's a harvesting thing. So here's the key. You can keep and bear your arms, but you have to have permission to bear your bullets. You can have all the guns you want, but you got to have permission to have bullets. If you're just a range guy, you get them at the range. It's like a subscription service. $10 a month, you can go there and get so many bullets or whatever it is. Or if you're a hunter and you're not at the range, you have to have, let's say, I would think at least 100 signatures on a petition that says this man is mentally stable and capable of handling the responsibility of those bullets. And then he goes on a national database. It's going to be printed right on his driver's license, bullet bearer or whatever. And there you go. Super simple. Easiest way to take care of it. And those that shoot muskets, they can make their own. A lot of guys like doing that anyway. Because, we kind of have to control things. Because you have to remember. Now look at it this way. Let's come back to the idea of the well-regulated militia. In every state, there's hunters. That's a good thing. You know why? Because if somebody invades this country, army can't be everywhere. We need people to defend the United States. And it wouldn't be good if we didn't have people that didn't know how to shoot. Now, unfortunately, that's a sad state of affairs. But we have to understand that the freedom of this country isn't free. Now, I hate the notion of dying for the country because, quite frankly, I think it's kind of a little bit pagan. Freedom is the last god to which we allow child sacrifice. And back to my other idea of the only law we need is to love thy neighbor, then really we could kind of just say, hey, let's put an end to this. In the Bible it says in the end times it'll take their swords and pound them into plowshares. We could grow food. Communal gardens. We wouldn't have to have people with guns to guard it. But since we live in our society today, and it doesn't look like anything's going to change anytime soon, let's just regulate bullets. You guys have a great day. Bye.